Hello guys, welcome back to the Big Apple School podcast, where the goal of this show is to help you improve your English skills through listening. My name is Benjamin, and today we have three guests. Our first guest today being
Ken from Manila, Philippines.
Second guest,
Alyona from Russia.
And last but not least,
Ugur from Istanbul, Turkey.
Wonderful. So today's topic is going to be celebrities and their role in society. Let's get started. So, is anyone here a celebrity? A secret celebrity that we don't know about? In another country? Are you a Turkish celebrity?
No, not yet.
Or maybe one day we will all be.
Yeah.
But the main question is, how does one become a celebrity? Do you guys read celebrity biographies?
Well, I do. But I hope no judgments from, from the listeners. I mean, because the thing is, I want to be inspired sometimes. Not all celebrities are shallow. Of course, some people, they look down on people who read, celebrity gossip. But I mean, I read that from time to time, but it's like, it's not the main thing that, that consumes my, or takes the whole or the majority of what I read. Yeah.
I love biographies. I mean, I haven't read many celebrity. Well, I guess you could call, would you call artists, painters, would you call them a celebrity? Maybe.
I think yes.
I guess you could. Yeah. I read a couple of interesting biographies. One about Francis Bacon. You know, Francis Bacon, he was very famous in the 60s and 70s. Read his biography, fascinating, and I was completely enthralled by it. Enthralled means that you're very, captured by something. So Francis Bacon, Mark Rothko, or in Russian you say Rothko, I think. He was an abstract painter. He just painted these big colors on the wall, or on big paintings. Read his biography, it was amazing, and I loved it. But how do you guys think someone becomes famous? What is the procedure?
I guess the first thing has to kind of be as a talented person in a way. So you need to have a talent in I don't know, in first degree of the process of being famous. So if you have a talent, then if you have a successful PR management team, then you can become famous gradually, not overnight kind of thing, but it needs time and, I don't know, experience in a way.
Would you say, well, for instance, on YouTube, you have a lot of people who become accidental celebrities I can't really think of an example off the top of my head, but people who are in the wrong place at the wrong time.
Viral videos, for instance, they did something by mistake and it looks funny and then it gets, spread out because people watch it and then they become instantly famous. But, that's one. However, by the way, I just want to go back to what Ur has said regarding, fame coming from talent. Traditionally, that's how we see it. Although nowadays with reality TV, people can still be famous or become a celebrity by doing stupid, am I allowed to say a bad word?
Nonsense.
Here? No, okay.
Yeah, we can say.
Okay.
Yeah.
Doing nonsense on television. So they become popular. My favorite example, of course, the Kardashians.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah. What does Kim Kardashian actually do?
We all know about the tape, but it's I
haven't actually seen it yet.
But to her defense and to her family's defense, I was also told by one of my students because, let's say they don't have talent, but they have charisma. I mean, they do things, ordinary things that somehow makes us captivated. Yeah, because if I were to do that and I record myself, I don't think anyone would be interested, right? But they have this certain level of charisma. I don't know how to call it, if that's even the right term, charisma, but they have something in them that makes people interested, even though they just do mundane things. Yeah, because let's say, Ben, if you were to cook something and then, to everybody's minds, like, so what? But if Kim Kardashian cooks, it's like, oh, it's an event. You know what I mean?
So do you think there's a relationship between beauty and fame?
I think yes. Because to add to what the guys has just said, the way the person looks, the way the person actually behaves and lets everybody see them, So that's I think one of the most important things nowadays, even if the person is not really beautiful, but as Ken just said, charismatic. So that's important to become a celebrity.
Well, Kim Kardashian, I mean, is she charismatic, would you say?
Well, to some people, yes. I mean, not to me.
I have never heard her speak before. I don't think so. I've only just look at her parade around.
Yeah, the clan.
Yes.
The Kardashian clan. I don't know.
Well, she has a sister who owns...
Lots of, I guess, 5 or 6, I don't know.
Including the Jenners. Kendall Jenner. Who's the other one with fake lips?
I actually do not know any of their names.
I saw
know
3
the
of them in the picture one day. Yeah.
Would you guys say that you're good at remembering celebrity names?
I am, but I don't remember actually maybe the films they are in or maybe the music they produce or something. But I am good at remembering faces and their names. Yeah, it's a job issue, I think. Yeah, comes from
I
what
don't
I am.
actually know the recent celebrities that much, so they are everywhere, popping every day.
Right.
So I can't follow them in a way, but I know that like my childhood heroes and everyone like the celebrities.
Yeah, I can agree. Yeah. Like remembering the celebrities from the 90s, the zeros, and right, I'm more than 30.
Oh no!
Yes, I am.
It's all right. Welcome to the club.
Welcome guys. Right.
Yeah.
So and nowadays, I think I mostly remember, those people who hype, maybe Zendaya, she's quite, I love her styles. I have never seen her except the Spider-Man, playing, acting, but her styles on the red carpet, like she's
Well, you mean like her fashion?
Right.
Yeah.
She's
Her sense of fashion. Yeah, so her...
She's cute. I saw a couple of interviews and she's cute in her speech and behavior.
How old is she, by the way? 12, 13?
No. She's a young
10,
adult now.
So
okay.
Like 20 something.
She looks so young.
Yeah,
she looks
indeed.
young.
Mm-hmm.
Well, actually, what can you tell a difference? Well, what is it like to be a child celebrity? For instance, Macaulay Culkin. Do you think that's difficult?
I think it is. Like, remember Harry Potter stuff? Yeah?
Yes, Daniel Radcliffe.
Right.
Daniel, right, Emma Watson, and all those guys. So they had to, I don't know, make themselves for the second time, because everybody thought of them as Harry Potter, Hermione Granger, and other people from the story, but they had to do lots of work to become themselves.
To completely reinvent themselves. I think Daniel Radcliffe even, he starred in a famous play in London. I can't remember the name.
Echoes.
What was it called?
Echoes.
Oh, I don't know it, but I know he was naked on stage.
I know that, right.
All right, everybody knows that.
It's a story of a horse, I guess.
But guys,
a story of a horse. And all right.
Have you known that he can read rap?
Oh, really?
Guys,
I remember.
He can read rap so fast and so smoothly.
Yeah.
Guys, you should watch it.
Yeah, I've seen that.
I didn't know that.
I had no idea.
He's a fan of Eminem, and that's why he can produce some of his song. Can we call that songs?
I had never
rap songs.
I never
rap songs. Yes. And that, to my mind, that adds that to his personality. That he's not just Harry Potter, but he's a great actor and
multifaceted.
That's exactly the word I had in my head. That's really, you stole. Multifaceted. Great word for our listeners. It means that you have many different sides to you. So multifaceted. Good. Yeah. Well, which other famous childhood? Oh, Michael Jackson.
Yeah,
Michael Jackson
started with Jackson 5.
Yeah.
Must have been a tough life for him at the start.
Really tough because his father was really demanding, and the discipline in the house, it was just
authoritarian kind of thing.
Absolutely, very strict. He didn't have a childhood, and that's why, you know, in his interviews, in his adult life, he mentioned one time that, you know, he missed that part of his life, and he's kind of, you know, justifying his behavior. I mean, I don't want to go down into details, but you know, him hanging out with children is his way of compensating for that time that he missed in his life. But, you know, I mean, it was a tough childhood, even though, of course, they were very successful, earned a lot of money. But, you know, I guess you still have to remember that they are human. And if I were him, you know, I don't know, like it would be difficult for me. I would need an adult to balance my life such that even though I'm working at a very young age, I still get to enjoy my childhood.
Yeah, I think Michael...
I wanted to add that we know a bunch of teenage stars as well, like Christina Aguilera, Justin Timberlake, and Britney Spears.
Britney Spears, right.
So now we can see what happened.
Britney Spears, of course. Yeah, she's going off the rails. By the way, that's a great idiom for our listeners. Off the rails means that you're going a bit crazy. So, Britney Spears, didn't she have... I don't know too much, but I know that she was famous for shaving her head. I mean, to be honest, I mean, some people can look okay with a shaved head. It's not... But a lot of people saw that as being crazy.
No. She had some more issues to that.
What happened? What was her backstory?
The backstory, I think, was she was a teenage star, and it happened that it was too much pressure on her or something. She had some problems in relationships, and so it all went mad.
Like abusive
and family issues.
Was it like abusive relationship she had with people?
I'm not sure, but it turned out that she, as the journals, as the magazines say, so it turned out that she was kind of locked down by her father for a couple of years. And just maybe a year ago or something, so the situation turned out that finally she was released from that
conservatorship.
Yes, and I saw I'm following Vanity Fair. Right, and I saw the news that just a couple of days, maybe weeks ago, she went married. Something happened. I'm not sure who.
By the way, you mentioned Vanity Fair. What is the language like in Vanity Fair? Is it
I don't know,
more formal
pictures?
So it's basically just for the adverts and the pictures, but
headlines mostly and the pictures, because actually they produce really lovely fashion looks, celebrity looks, and whatnot.
So it's more just for the images itself.
Yes. Just to let my eyes enjoy the picture. It's kind of like the Playboy magazine. People say they buy the magazine for the articles, but
reading, not looking at the pictures.
Exactly. So we talked about Michael Jackson, Britney Spears. What about Meghan Markle? She has quite a funny relationship with her father, doesn't she, as well?
I know only about her relationship with the second prince.
Oh, fair enough. But was she a childhood star, or no? She was an adult star.
I have no idea.
I know her from Suits.
Suits, that show you. How old was she in that? I never saw it, but I've heard of it.
I don't know, but she's kind of adult in that series, but I don't know. She's not like Christina Aguilera or Britney Spears. I guess she didn't start like in an early age. I don't know. I'm not sure about that.
Well, the most extreme example I would say is Michael Jackson, because the way he changed was just absolutely drastic. And obviously being a childhood star it can be a very difficult thing. I mean, I guess you saw pictures of Michael Jackson when he was really young. He looked like a handsome young man. He was,
But according to him, he has vitiligo. I mean, that condition.
The skin pigments.
And he couldn't stop it. And so to avoid that, he had to clear everything such that he had to whiten his skin. Not because he wants to be a white man, no, but just so it doesn't look unpleasant. Yeah.
Yeah. But what exactly is vitiligo? So it just means just skin pigment becomes
like discoloration. It becomes uneven. Like certain spots appear on your skin, which are white, and then eventually it spreads out. So
okay. So you just would look very spotty with so it can look.
And so to avoid that, I don't know if he underwent surgery.
Yeah.
So basically to even out the skin so that it's all white, but it's not because he wanted to be a white man. No.
But I mean, I know this is kind of off topic, but is that surgery? Does that involve chemicals or do you know?
Definitely surgery. Yes, plastic surgery.
Oh, okay.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So yeah, I mean, Michael Jackson, amazing music, but you can just see like a tragic character behind the scenes. Yeah. Well, moving on from child superstars, what do you think would be the advantages of being a celebrity? We can talk about the disadvantages later, but what are the advantages of being a celebrity?
Well, firstly, you're recognized, and with that, you're given certain privileges that ordinary people do not enjoy. So there's always a special treatment. Yeah, for instance, you go to a restaurant, so you'll be given the best place. In the restaurant, and you're given, respect. Well, generally, because you are someone who's well known. So everyone tries to be nice to you, especially if you're a big star, a big movie star.
Yeah. Well, we have to define what a celebrity is, of course, at the start, because obviously politicians, I guess could you call politicians celebrities?
Yeah.
I guess maybe. Well, because
so a celebrity is a well-known person, in different fields. Yes.
So if we, I guess
well recognized.
Yeah. So some celebrities would not receive the best treatment. Like for instance, there's the famous psychologist, Jordan Peterson. So if he walked into a couple of restaurants, he might have some eggs thrown at him, or if some politicians walked into a restaurant, they wouldn't.
Well, that's the thing, because there's a difference between being popular, that means well loved by the people, and a celebrity that's just hated by a lot of people. Because being a celebrity, I mean, it only means that you are well recognized, you are well known, but how the masses or the people or the public receive you depends on what you show them, and the way you act. So you could be hated or you could be loved.
It can change in just one moment, So love-hate relationship,
But since we're talking about the good side or the advantages, so you're if you are well loved, then you are respected. You have special treatment. You're being idolized, because maybe you are a good role model, which in a lot of cases you should be as a public figure. But then again, it's a different topic. So those are some of the advantages, unless
another thing, a good thing about being recognized and well known is the ability to help. In we call charity and other organizations worldwide. So being a face, like a desired face, and actually that can bring a lot on plate of charitable organizations.
It can definitely add a boost.
So you can be a voice. You have a certain power to influence people. I think that's another advantage.
What else? I guess, do you think there's a relationship between money and celebrities? I mean, are there any broke celebrities that you know of?
Well,
broke meaning poor. Yeah.
There are, after, wasting their money. I mean,
Mickey Rourke. Mickey Rourke.
Oh, yeah, tell me. I've heard the name, but I don't know.
Mickey Rourke was a famous, like an action movie star back in 90s and late 80s. Then he started professional boxing, and his face was kind of deformed because of the boxing, and he went a couple of plastic surgeries to reconstruct the face. Then the Hollywood didn't accept him because of his face. Then he started drinking, and too much alcohol and drug abuse. And the last film was, I guess, The Wrestler. Maybe you heard.
Iron Man
Rings
2.
a bell.
By the way, Iron Man 2.
Iron Man 2, yeah.
So
he was in that too. And Sin City, maybe you heard about.
Yeah, I've heard of it. The kind of cartoon.
Like Frank Miller's.
And one more, it's the film made by Sylvester Stallone.
Rocky?
No.
Expendables.
Expendables. Yes, right, you are. Yes.
He was in there too, I guess.
He was in there too.
Yeah. He's a kind of
is he completely broke?
I guess so. I guess so. He can't take any roles that he used to have back in 90s or something. Now I don't think he's doing his job as he did before. And he's broke, I guess,
Yeah. I can't really think of many broke celebrities, to be honest with you. There was...
Who else?
God, I forgot her name. There was this... Do you know the X Factor in the UK? It's a famous show in the UK.
Just a little.
Yeah. It's, where people perform. I think Simon Cowell was the adjudicator. He was the judge on this show. And there was this... Oh, God, what was her name again? Susan Boyle. That's her name.
Oh,
Susan Boyle.
Of course.
Yeah. She was actually a really amazing singer. I mean, I don't really listen. I'm not like a big connoisseur of singing, but... of voices, but she was amazing. But I guess she was kind of broke.
Initially, yes.
Yeah.
I mean, because she's from a small town.
Middle of nowhere in Scotland.
Right.
Yeah.
And then she shot to fame because of this viral video of her auditioning at, it wasn't even the X Factor. It was Britain's Got Talent.
Yeah, excuse me. You are right. You are right. Yeah.
So she sang, everyone was kind of giving her judgmental looks because she wasn't really pretty. You know, she was kind of old. And you can tell from her appearance that she's not from the city. And so immediately people kind of judged her. But the moment she opened her mouth, they were so amazed that, wow, how can such an amazing voice could come from this woman? And from then on, she recorded albums which were... multi-platinum, by the way. And
so she's not broke anymore?
No more. Unless I'm not updated.
So
that's what I know. That's how she started basically in the industry.
Yeah. Well, it's just amazing how much money some celebrities can amass. For instance, I think it was Celine Dion. Have you seen her house? I think she spent something crazy, like $70 or $90 million on this.
But she could afford that.
But the problem was she wanted to sell it and she couldn't sell the place because nobody would buy it. So,
way too much.
Maybe she's pretty broke. I mean, I could be wrong. I don't want to get sued by Celine Dion. Sorry, Celine, I'm just speculating. But maybe she could be broke soon. I don't know. Yeah. Well, I've got a question for you, actually. So, being a celebrity, you have a lot of fans. Let's make a second conditional sentence here. So if you were a celebrity, would you take advantage of your celebrity status to date fans? So second conditional.
Well, that's interesting. My beauty pageant answer is I wouldn't because
beauty pageant.
Yeah, I mean, when people want to say something that the general public would like to hear, well, we call that beauty pageant answer, right? But if I can be honest, of course, my morals would tell me no, because that's like taking advantage of your celebrity, and that your fan is a fan who looks up to you, and therefore you shouldn't be using your celebrity to take advantage of them because it's unfair. Although I know of some celebrities who use their power in order to get something from their fans, and that's what I would say. I wouldn't if I were a celebrity.
I wouldn't too, I guess. Or if I would, that would be kind of a secret, not a public kind of relationship.
Yeah, you keep it secret. So I probably wouldn't, because it could completely destroy your reputation. All right, so let's make a second conditional sentence just for our listeners. Right. So if I were a a celebrity, or you could say if I was a celebrity. So
Right.
was and were are optional over here. I would or I wouldn't.
I wouldn't take advantage of my fans.
Exactly. So a lot of people who are learning English, they get scared by the conditional sentences, but they don't have to be that scary. The golden rule, don't put would or will next to if.
Yeah.
And you're going to be okay.
Right.
So yeah. Well, when you were learning English at a younger age, Alyona, did you like when you were like at school, were you scared of the conditionals?
No, I didn't think much about learning English back then. It was just I don't know. I was involved in process and didn't consider many things connected to language. Like we had kind of I don't know, an essay. All right, so I can write an essay, or maybe report some kind, organize some kind of.
But the conditionals were not intimidating to you, because I get a lot of people who get scared by the conditionals.
I don't know, but for me, it was like closer to algebra. We had some formulas.
It is a formula, yeah.
Right.
And you just, I don't know, you put some notions that you need in the place where they are necessary.
And then
that's
you
all.
start using automatically in a way.
That's
like
all.
preconditioned.
Yeah.
It is a formula. That's a very good way of putting it, because a lot of things in English, like phrasal verbs, unfortunately do not have a formula, but conditionals, don't worry, guys.
Even the tenses, they have those formulas. And that's and the usage or in definite under definite conditions. So yeah.
Well, anyway, guys, if you want to practice your second conditional sentences, let us know in the comments. If you were a celebrity, would you take advantage of your celebrity status to date fans? Let us know in the comments.
Right.
But let's continue. So, do you think celebrities should be role models, or do you think that it doesn't really matter?
Well, in an ideal world, they should be, because, you know, people look up to them, and whatever they do, the masses or the public, you know, may copy them. And that's the thing, because once their idols start doing crazy things, then it could influence them and they could even follow their ways. Yeah. So, however, you have to remember that they are just humans. And I mean, there's no law that says if you're a celebrity, you have to be a role model.
Yeah, depending on the country, of course.
Exactly. But what I'm just saying is that I think they could be more responsible, knowing that they have a platform where everybody listens to them, watches every move they make. I think they just have to be responsible. But there's, you know, I mean, it's not exactly their responsibility also to be perfect. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Just to be good.
Yeah, exactly.
Well, would you blame violence in societies on violent video games and on violent or celebrities who are gangster rappers, for instance? Would you attribute a lot of violence to gangster rappers?
If we definitely realize that it's just image, it's just acting, all right, but if they overcome the borders, the borderlines, so no, not that way.
If it's too much going on the screen or on the media, all right, there's this certain effect on people, but all right, evil is everywhere when you think about it, right? So
there was a really interesting documentary. I don't know if you guys have seen it, but it's called Bowling for Columbine. Have you heard of this documentary? It was made by this man called Michael Moore. He was very famous in America, and the whole
documentary. It's the latest one.
This was way back. This was when there was that school shooting in Columbine, the really terrible story, and this. Michael Moore wanted to discover, why does America have this problem with school shootings? And in this documentary, well, I'm not going to explain the whole documentary because you guys should definitely watch it. It's really interesting. But he interviewed Marilyn Manson. Was it Marilyn Manson? Yeah, that's so the famous rock. Well, would you call it? Yeah, death rock. Like, what would you call his genre? I guess it's
green rock, death rock.
Yeah, death rock. Yeah. And he said, well, I'm not going to be held responsible for for what people do. I'm a performer, and
I'm a professional performer. Yeah,
and he shouldn't be held responsible for what people do on stages. And in the documentary, it was really interesting because they looked at Canada and the United States, which are both countries which you can. I mean, Canada has more strict gun laws, but you can basically get any gun you like, basically, in Canada. Maybe not today, but at least back then. And little kids and teenagers watched violent films, listened to, celebrities death metal. People advocated violence in their lyrics, and you didn't have the same problems in Canada as you did in the States, which is really interesting. And in the States, you had people who were crying out, or who are still crying out for games like Grand Theft Auto to be banned. And do you feel that Grand Theft Auto would make someone violent?
No,
I don't think so.
I don't think so.
Yeah.
It's just a fun game.
Yeah.
You just pretend it. If you're smart enough, don't try to do it in the real life, so it causes problems.
Yeah.
I don't know, maybe those people just pretend to understand, pretend to not to understand that those I don't know, films, music, and other production. It's just something imaginary, something that you can, I don't know, follow, not follow.
Yeah.
It's just some story to be told. Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, here's the thing: some people have sick, twisted minds, such that they see films or listen to some songs with violent lyrics, and in their mind it works in a different way. Of course, a normal person would think, oh, it's just for a show, it's not real, you shouldn't carry it out in your day-to-day life. But then there are people out there who are what's the right term for them? Let's say mentally help me out, guys.
Challenged.
Well, that's
thank you, Ugur.
Let's just say they have twisted minds, right? And so they take it, they probably know it's just imaginary, but they bring it to life because they have twisted minds. I mean, they're not normal.
For them, it's kind of to-do list. Yeah. Like, all right, so they told us,
I heard voices to make me do that.
They may even have mental problems. And so as much as the general public, knows that it's not real, but for people with mental problems and with twisted minds, they may interpret it in another way such that they eventually carry it out. And there goes your mass shooting or other kinds of crimes.
Well, before the advent of the internet and before DVDs and mass media, there were still crazy people in societies. Yeah, you had Jack the Ripper and and
Ted Bundy.
Yeah, there were always crazy people in society. So do you feel that we should censor celebrities, violence, or celebrities who advocate violence?
That's a very interesting question. Because not everyone's crazy anyway. Well, personally, I don't know about the rest of the panel here, but I think I don't want to use the word censor because it's too limiting, restrictive. Because it's sometimes art, it's a way to express yourself. But then again, you leave it to the mind of the people to understand that it's just art. It's not real life. So, but anyway, no matter what kind of censorship we have or we put in place, there will still be people with sick minds. Even if they don't have this input coming from celebrities, they will still keep doing evil things. So I don't think censoring artists in that sense will help. I don't know about
we can all remember the Beatles case. We can all remember Nirvana case. So back then, world wasn't that digital, and everything wasn't that viral as it can be nowadays. But still, there were people who did bad things to the frontman of those.
Yeah, John Lennon. Yeah, that
Right,
was
right.
terrible. Yeah.
They were reading books instead of looking for something. All right, I read Catcher in the Rye and I then decided to kill John Lennon then. So
Yeah.
the medium has
Yeah, of
changed.
course.
in
Yeah,
a
it was
way,
Catcher in the Rye.
Yeah.
That sub-
Salinger.
Yeah, that.
That's a great
Just
book,
a
by the way.
Yeah.
That's
Just
a great
a
book,
book,
by the way.
yeah.
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 Hmm.
So, well, do you have a favorite gangster rapper? Do you listen to gangster rap?
I'm not into rap or hip hop. Not at
Eminem
all.
maybe, but he's not.
Eminem
a
is very
gangster rapper.
talented.
Oh,
Yeah.
Yes,
he is.
indeed. I like his duets with Marilyn Manson,
Yeah.
with Pink, with Dido.
Yeah.
So just gorgeous. Rihanna, right. So 50 Cent as well. Yeah.
50 Cent is an amazing person, actually.
Indeed.
Yeah.
There's this famous author in America called Robert Greene, and he wrote a book about how people master a craft, how people master a skill, and he interviewed 50 Cent, and it was really interesting. And of course, 50 Cent was not exactly a nice person, but fascinating nonetheless. Did you know that there was a record label who wanted to sign up with him? I don't know the exact details of the story, but he went to the record label and threatened to kill them. And
Was it because of his image or because of a real threat?
I think it was a real threat. And
Gangsta.
I mean, he has taken 9 bullets to his body. He's been shot
My
9
goodness.
times. So I don't think he's really scared of anything. Yeah. My favorite rap group has to be 3-6 Mafia. I don't think any of you know them. They are absolutely horrible. They just rap about the worst things in society. They're big in the 90s, but
I remember Tupac.
yeah, Tupac.
When I was a kid, Tupac and Dr. Dre.
Yeah.
They were
Yeah.
they were kind of gangsta lifestyle kind of rappers. So that's all I know about rap world or hip hop
Snoop
world.
Dogg.
Notorious.
Snoop Dogg,
Yeah, Snoop Dogg. Yeah.
Notorious.
Well,
B.I.G..
Notorious B.I.G. and Tupac, they had wars against.
Rivals,
Yeah, they had wars against each other. So it was not just a performance. It was.
East Coast, West Coast.
It was
and-
actually a call to action. It was a call to war between the two of them, and yeah, they both got killed. So, but yeah, and I guess in some ways, gangs. Well, there's a whole other topic in and of itself, gangs, but they were probably definitely influenced by by famous artists like Notorious B.I.G. and Tupac. They definitely were I guess you could say
pioneers.
well, maybe not pioneers, but they were like the war horn. They sounded the horn to battle. And,
Ignited that.
yeah.
Mm-hmm.
And in London now, you have a lot of rappers who are underground rappers. I don't really listen to much rap, but I know that there are a lot of people record rap in prison, and it's actually it's
It's a prison rap.
yeah, it's a different kind of
Voice of the rage.
yeah. It's not
it's
exactly.
It's like in Russia we have chanson, prison
Yeah,
chanson. Yeah, so
Was-
the special type of the music because
Yeah.
chanson has, I think, 2 directions, like
Yeah.
the something lyrical.
Yeah.
I don't know about your life and
Yeah.
whatnot, maybe about love life, but there is the second part. Yeah, the prison chanson.
Well, like
Yeah.
Mikhail Krug, but Mikhail Krug's a famous Russian chanson singer, and he never actually went to prison, did he? But he was gifted I think it was like a special ring from a prison,
Gang.
well, like a gang leader, like a really
Leader.
yeah.
Mm-hmm.
But anyway, in England, it's coming back to the gangster rap that happens there. It's not really about the music itself. It's now more about telling the youth what to do and who to stab and who to so it's taken a whole different direction, unfortunately. Yeah. Well, let's come to your heroes, your teenage heroes. Who did you love as a teenager? Which celebrities did you love?
Oh my God, I don't want to sound shallow, but all of my students know this. And to this day, I still am a big fan of Christina Aguilera.
Yeah.
I mean, so much about her music that really inspired me. There was one time in high school, I remember a lot of my friends, well, mostly classmates, didn't like the fact that I ended up like the salutatorian, like the second best, student.
Yeah.
But and I was kind of depressed because like they preferred another one to be like the salutatorian. And I felt like, okay, am I not accepted? Is this my fault? Because, it's based on your academic performance. And and then I kept listening to Christina's song called Beautiful, no matter what they say, words.
Oh, yeah, of course. Yeah.
I mean, it stems from her lyrics, the songs, because she had also not a perfect childhood. Her parents were divorced, kind of like my situation when my parents were separated. And she experienced domestic violence from her dad, because he was really, abusive.
I don't know much about her. Is she Canadian?
Is about that.
Fighter, okay. Oh, just somebody knows.
Yeah,
is Christina Aguilera Canadian?
No, she is American, but
right.
Her mom is Irish American, and then her dad is Ecuadorian.
Oh, right.
So she's half Latina.
Mm-hmm.
You see? You only know this from a real fan.
I didn't know that.
I can talk
much.
about her all day long, but yeah.
Yeah.
And not just her song, but I'm able to relate to her life too. I mean, because, overall I had a very good childhood, but I must say there were some things that shouldn't have happened, but they happened.
Yeah.
But anyway, I'm not going to go into details, but
yeah,
I can relate to her. I love her lyrics. I mean, the songs, and, the message that she always has in her interviews, and that is to be strong and to face all kinds of struggles in your life and be successful. So that's why she resonates to me.
Yeah.
I can say that when I was a teenager, not a teenager, I think it was my last year at university. My last year at university, and that was a tough year. My grandma died, and I had issues with my academic studies, and I wanted to leave university just 2 months before the diploma, something. And what helped me, Emmanuel, Linkin Park. Linkin Park, Prodigy, Marilyn Manson, and maybe Christina Aguilera and Britney Spears. So that wild mixture, a little of Eminem as well. That wild mixture. So they helped me because there were a couple of Russian singers, but
like
B2.
Okay.
You know B2?
Yeah, I've heard.
Like B2 and Король и Шут. Yeah. So King and the what do we call it? I'm not sure what's that. All right. Anyway, so the first one is just a rock band, like closer to ballad rock, and the second one is a punk rock, band. So so all that mixture really helped me through that difficult time I had in my last year of university.
So they were your medicine.
Kind of.
Celebrity medicine,
Kind of.
And Ugur, what about you? Who was your...
I didn't have any kind of a specific celebrity kind of crush or kind of idol or something like that. Since we had a group back in high school, so I was drumming back then.
Oh, you were a drummer. Oh, cool. Yeah,
and I was into the kind of popular, famous drummers.
Yeah.
Especially looking for their styles and their techniques and everything. So like the musical influence kind of thing, like the kind of famous John Bonham. Or I don't know, Mike Portnoy from Dream Theater or Slayer, Dave Lombard or such things. So I was like them, all right, I would like to be one of them one day, but everything has changed in a way. So no drumming right now. So only just teaching English. So so I was more like into the groups, drummers of the groups in a way.
Yeah. I'm trying to think who my childhood. I didn't really have one specific one. I guess Brad Pitt's pretty cool.
Yeah,
Yeah, Brad Pitt's a
Great
boss.
actor.
Yeah, he's a pretty...
Keanu Reeves. Yeah,
exactly.
my celebrity for
I
the
had a crush on Harrison Ford.
Harrison Ford, he was a boss as well. Yeah,
Yeah.
he is a boss.
Like
Anthony
Indiana
Hopkins,
Jones.
maybe. I don't know. I'm kind of off the track, but Anthony Hopkins,
Yeah.
Silence of the Lambs, Clarice.
Yeah.
Oh
maybe.
God,
Yeah.
yes.
So,
Bruce Willis.
Die Hard. Okay.
Well, come back to Keanu Reeves. He is the ideal role model
Yes,
celebrity.
yes. He's so humble.
He's humble. He cares about his fans and
Family.
he hangs out in the community with like normal
Down to
people.
earth.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
I guess he's like the role model, gold standard role model celebrity.
Didn't go crazy like, his how'd you call that? Anyway, like other movie stars.
Yeah. Yeah.
Wasn't starstruck, yeah? We call that starstruck.
Starstruck, I guess it's like when
You see a celebrity and you're like,
so it's
shocked.
vice
or when you're
versa.
dazzled by the
okay.
celebrity. I guess that is, to be honest. Well, struck is the past simple or third form as well.
Right.
And I guess that means that you are
struck by a star.
Yes.
By his brightness. I mean, figuratively.
Yeah. Exactly. Well, do you follow a celebrity on social media?
Well, it's so obvious, Christina.
Okay,
Aguilera,
all right.
yes.
Yeah. Well, I guess we don't have Instagram right now, but
Why we do VPN?
We do.
Or VPN.
YouTube channels.
YouTube channels.
Yeah.
I'm mainly looking for the music videos or the live concert shows for the drummers that I follow.
Yeah.
Oh, and speaking of which, Instagram, I also follow Sergey Lazarev.
Yeah.
Who else? Some sportsmen from Russia. I used to follow Nikita Nagorny. He's a volleyball player. But when he didn't get the gold medal last year at the 2020 Tokyo Olympics, I unfollowed him because I was so disappointed.
I unfollowed the volleyball team because of that. Yeah.
Yeah. Well, volleyball is actually really popular in Russia.
Indeed.
It's another topic, but yeah.
Our Novosibirsk team is great. Really great.
Oh, I just thought of a celebrity, actually. Another really great celebrity to mention. Sergei Bodrov. You know, you guys, I don't know if you know him. Do you know the film Brat 1 and 2? Oh, okay, so you know this film?
I've heard of that.
He's the main character in the film.
Oh.
The name of the film is Brother. In
Brother,
English,
yeah.
And
he
it's
is
Brat in Russian. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, I would say he's one of my role models.
Yeah, indeed.
Yeah, he's a cool guy. I mean, maybe not copying him from the film, but his personality is just like really cool.
Yeah, I would say that Sergei Bodrov as a celebrity, as not as a movie star, as that Danila Bagrov from Brat.
Yeah.
So as the person, he was great, intelligent person. Quite well educated and kind, I must say. Yeah. But I'm not sure that I love that character from those films.
Obviously quite violent. But what's
Indeed.
interesting about it is that he is he's just the imperfect person. He's like the imperfect hero. Like he kills people, but at the same time he has morals.
Anti-hero.
Yeah, he's kind of anti-hero, but kind of a hero at the same time. You guys definitely should watch this film. It's a cult classic. But yeah, I would say he's my hero. But unfortunately, he died, and he died in a really nasty accident. Yeah, what happened again?
There was an avalanche in somewhere in Georgia or somewhere in
the Caucasus region.
The Caucasus region, yes. So and the whole crew, film crew, so they were filming something back in 2000s, if I'm not mistaken, and the whole crew died because of the avalanche.
Absolute nightmare.
So there were some, I don't know, for a couple of weeks there were searchers, some rescue team went there with dogs and whatnot. So
I heard they drilled a tunnel.
They drilled the tunnel. So they hoped that maybe part of the team could hide inside the vans that they had there.
So it was just a nightmare situation.
But nothing happened.
And apparently,
helped.
How old was he? Was he 27?
kind of not 30
because
years
27 is the year when exactly, you know, a lot of celebrities die at the age of 27. So we have what,
Jimi Hendrix,
Amy Winehouse,
Amy Winehouse,
Jean-Michel Basquiat. Do you know that painter, Jean-Michel Basquiat?
One of my favorites.
Yeah, he died at 27.
And here in Russia we have that, the other thing, 33, like Christ age. So Yesenin died at the age of 33. So Pushkin died at closer to
the
that age. Yes, like
age, kind of.
Yes, like the age of Christ.
Well, let us know, guys, if you're 27.
Good luck to you.
Yeah, good luck to you.
Be careful, guys.
Well, I remember you asked about the celebrities who we follow, the Cambridges.
Cambridges?
I love Kate Middleton.
Really. Oh, Kate Middleton. Yeah.
She's gorgeous. Her styles.
She's a role model. Yeah.
She's definitely the role model, not only for British, but also for the many people who can, I don't know, follow them or maybe see the looks she presents and maybe the things they talk about and the way they talk.
And so she doesn't get caught up in all this gossip.
Indeed,
she doesn't.
Indeed, yes. So I just love.
Unlike Meghan, I'm sorry, I don't like Meghan. I'm just going to say it.
I'm sorry.
Meghan, no respect.
Me neither.
Yeah.
Right.
Well, let's move on to the hottest story of the day. So Johnny Depp, Amber Heard. What is your take on this situation?
I saw a couple of headlines.
Yeah.
And that's all I think.
Oh, so you haven't been following it? Particularly, have you followed?
I love Johnny Depp, but all that dirty thing happening around it. So that viral and going so wide and just no, not my cup of tea at all.
So have you been following it? Oh, by the way, present perfect continuous. Have you been following it? Because it starts in the past and continues now.
I watched a couple of snippets from the trials that being televised, but I don't know. It was kind of staged. I don't know that much. So it's not so much real. All right, you're in front of millions of people and you're on national broadcast in a way. So you are acting in a way, especially Amber Heard. My dog stepped on a bee kind of thing. So artificial. I don't know.
Well, speaking of her dog, do you think the special present, if you know what I mean, that was left in Johnny's bed, do you think that was the dog or do you think that was Amber?
I don't know.
It could be anything.
I wasn't there.
I wasn't there to see it for myself.
All right, guys. Well,
if it was Amber, that's kind of
it's
too weird.
All right, you're Amber Heard. Just behave.
That was my favorite part of the whole.
Here's you see,
not the money. No one cares about like the millions of dollars. It's like who left that delightful present in Johnny's bed. And I guess all our listeners know what that present was.
Well, we sure hope they know. But the thing here is that she has made allegations of verbal, physical, mental abuse against Johnny Depp. And while the case was being heard, you know, she made this very, well thought out story, but was in fact incredible and I mean unbelievable because of the way she delivered it. And she was crying without tears. Like, come on, you're an actress. You're supposed to be better than that. And you know, I'm sure everyone can tell that she was just acting. It was.
I think the whole world bought that story just because of Marilyn Manson. You know that Johnny Depp and Marilyn Manson, so they are good friends.
I actually don't know.
They are good friends.
All the
yes,
time,
of course.
And
even Johnny Depp played the guitar. Yes, at Marilyn's concerts several times. So when you remember that thing started with Marilyn Manson, he was convinced of being the abuser. And so. That was the perfect timing, for Amber Heard to act out.
Yeah.
to come out and basically.
I had no idea about this. I was only fixated on the present, and that's the only that's the only reason why I followed it, because
I think there wasn't much time between the Marilyn Manson stuff and the thing that started with Johnny Depp and Amber Heard.
Kind of a snowball effect. It started out and
so because of that, Johnny Depp lost his contracts because I don't know what public thought, what the filmmakers, producers thought, but so they all were like, oh, we have one friend, so probably the other friend is the same. So let us keep our hands from that stuff.
Well, the most fascinating thing about the Johnny Depp and Amber Heard case is how much you saw of their like private life. You saw almost every single detail of their private life. Do you think famous people, celebrities, should have a right to privacy, or do you think
they do?
They have to.
I mean, they're humans too.
Well, how much privacy do you think they should expect?
They cannot expect a lot, definitely, because remember, they are public figures, and by that, people will always be interested in their life stories. So, the moment you enter the entertainment industry, you have to accept the fact that you're gonna give up, some of your privacy. It cannot be. You cannot be totally private. I mean, you have paparazzis. Paparazzi for a reason. And so you have to be ready with that. However, I'm not saying that they don't have the right to privacy. They still have, although they have to accept the reality that they're not going to have a lot of it.
I think some celebrities and film stars, musicians, so they're quite good at hiding. So just not that much can, flow, and explore.
And actually, it also depends on them because, if they're good at that, then they won't be able to expose much of their private life. But there are some celebrities who, it's their main purpose to become more relevant such that they do crazy stuff just so people could talk about them.
And do you think it's worth being a paparazzo in this day and age? Do you think you can make a living being a paparazzo? Or do you think it's kind of difficult now that we have Instagram and social media?
They're getting paid well, I guess.
Yeah.
Especially if you're working for a tabloid or something like Sun or The Mirror in the UK. So if you catch someone, the kind of celebrity doing the weird thing, and if you capture that moment, you're getting paid enormous kind of paycheck.
I would like to be a paparazzo. It'd be quite fun. Would you like to be a paparazzo, Ken?
Well, with the work that they have following celebrities, and there's always a risk of being attacked by celebrities once you're caught. No, I'd rather be just a fan reading, magazines and, watching interviews, but not the paparazzo.
Did you see what happened to that paparazzo who got in the way of Justin Bieber?
Was he punched in the face?
He wasn't punched actually, but what happened was Justin Bieber has this really big pickup truck, and this stupid paparazzo was right next to the truck trying to reach in to get a proper photo. Justin Bieber inside his truck, and I think he got run over. He was run over, and then I think Justin Bieber was sued by this paparazzo. And I just thought, if you're gonna stand right next to a big pickup truck,
what do you expect?
And he's on his way out, what do you expect? And I saw the video actually yesterday, and I mean it was a long while back, but I just saw it yesterday just for fun. And I just saw this paparazzo wailing on the floor, crying. Obviously, it's painful to get run over by a pickup truck, but idiot.
Absolutely.
Well, do you watch many gossip TV programs with paparazzos?
Maybe some
just
shows.
TMZ.
Not my thing.
TMZ.
Yeah, sometimes.
Yeah. I watched this one funny clip of Tom Cruise being approached by a joke paparazzo. Do you know what I'm talking about?
I think I know that.
Yes, and he was being interviewed. I maybe wouldn't call it paparazzo. I would just call it a TV interview. And this person Okay, so Tom Cruise was at a special event with many paparazzi and interviewers, and
someone threw water on
that was it. So someone had this funny microphone which had a water pistol inside the microphone.
I think he's a prankster.
Yes,
he is a prankster.
Yes,
I've
one
seen
of the
this
Oscars,
video.
I guess, right?
Yeah.
It was one of the Oscar galas or Met Gala or something. I guess.
I don't know.
I don't remember it.
But I just remember Tom Cruise's reaction. It was hilarious. But to be fair enough to Tom Cruise, he's a very famous person and a lot of people want his time. And then this person just sprays him with water and Tom Cruise freaked out. Maybe not freaked out. I would say that he just got really angry. He did not take the joke well.
He got the microphone, I guess, just...
No, he didn't rip it. He just said, why would you do that? You're such a jerk.
Yeah, he was mad. Yeah,
he was mad. And I don't know. Guys, let us know. Would you be mad if you were Tom Cruise, or would you just take the water in your face like a man?
Except.
Let us know. Oh, yeah. Well, let's finish off. So, have you ever met a celebrity before?
Yes, I have several times.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah. But these are Filipino celebrities, movie stars, very famous in my country. And just one very quick story. I was in a Japanese restaurant, and then my mom, coming from Japan, she was a huge fan of this movie actress.
Yeah.
She came into the restaurant with her fiance then.
Yeah.
And then, oh my God, it was so embarrassing because it's a very expensive place. You should be acting, properly there, well-behaved and all that. But, my mom's originally from the village.
Yeah.
And despite all the money that she has now. But anyway, she forgot all of that. She threw it out the window. She approached this movie actress and said, "Hey, Tony Gonzaga," was hitting her on the shoulders as if they're, the best buddies. "I'm a huge fan of yours. I've seen all of your films. Can we have a selfie together?" And I thought, oh my God, I wanted to disappear at that moment because she was behaving so badly. She caught the attention of everyone in the restaurant. And I thought, oh God, I wouldn't do that. Even with Christina Aguilera, I would, "Hi, Christina. I'm a huge fan of yours." Like, I wouldn't behave the way she did. But anyway, I love my mom, okay? So, but I'm just, sharing her story.
Any other celebrity encounters?
As Ken said, I know a couple of celebrities from Turkey.
Oh, cool.
One of my ex-girlfriends was running a PR agency, so we had a chance to meet with the Turkish celebrities back then. So yeah, but not internationally.
Yeah.
Did you behave well?
Yeah, I was all right. I was all right.
Without getting crazy.
No, I was all right.
Alyona, any celebrities in
as I worked in PR and event management, so I met a couple of local stars, like showmen and other musicians. I mean, local musicians, quite a bunch of them, I must say. But also our Olympic champions, because our company, I worked for Megaphone, and Megaphone used to work really closely in the connection with the Olympic champions.
Sponsorship.
Yes, kind of sponsorship of their projects and so on. So I met briefly Anna Bagali-Titovets, so she is a biathlonist.
Yeah.
Ex-biathlonist, and I forgot one more. And my sister met Alexander Karelin. I think you know them.
Oh my God, yes, of
so
course.
She has an autograph of him. Yeah, and back then it was I don't know, in 90s, I think, or maybe early 2000s, something. So my sister did quite a lot of running, so semi-professionally. And in one of the trainings, so Alexander Karelin was like in just our local ice hockey center. So a bunch of kids run towards him to take pictures.
I'm a big fan. He's a great wrestler. He's a legend.
Yeah.
He's a legend, yes. So we have his autograph at home.
Oh, cool.
Maybe the picture, but I'm not sure because it was film cameras back then.
Yeah.
But I don't remember. Yes.
Cool.
What about you?
Well, so I worked in a posh hotel in London, a while back, and I actually met Bill Gates. But only I didn't not like a proper meeting, but I said, "Oh, welcome." He was like, "Oh, hi, how are you?" And then I also met at that hotel Pete Doherty. Do you know Pete Doherty? Yeah, this rock star.
Yes,
some rock star. He came in. It was hilarious because he came to stay at the hotel, and I helped bring his bag, show him around the hotel and everything, and he brought his whole entire living room with him. And this hotel was not a big hotel. It was a small hotel, and he had this really expensive painting which he hung up on the wall and all this other stuff. It was pretty cool, actually.
Pete Doherty, he's kind of light-headed dude, I guess, right?
Yeah, no, he was fun. Yeah. He was a fun guy. God knows what he was doing in the room. But yeah. All right, so that's all we have time for today, guys. So thank you very much. And guys, let us know in the comments if you want to practice one of those second conditional sentences. And let us know your thoughts. Make sure you like, share, subscribe to our podcast. And also check out our website, www.bigappleschool.com, where you can find more information about the courses we offer here at the school. You can also find interesting articles, videos, and other cool stuff. So we'll see you next time. Bye for now.
See ya.